Unit 10. Read aloud activity. Look at the text below. In 40 seconds, you must read this text aloud as naturally and clearly as possible. You have 40 seconds to read aloud. A.
If I were asked whether to live in a traditional house or in a modern apartment building, I think I would be indecisive to reply. From my point of view, this is a controversial question. In the following paragraphs, I will analyse both these options and present my opinion.
B.
On the one hand, living in a modern apartment building brings many benefits. First of all, it is cheaper than living in a traditional house and paying different kinds of fees I am not familiar with. For instance, one of my friends who recently bought a new house for his family said to me that it is much easier to live in an apartment, and I tend to believe him when I see his bills. Therefore, living in an apartment will absolutely help me to save some money.
C.
Second of all, as I live alone, I do not need a big house with many rooms. I just need a bedroom and a living room where I can take my guests and have my workplace. Another important benefit of living in an apartment is that I will not have to buy much awkward furniture in order to furnish all rooms. Nevertheless, living in a modern apartment building can have a few disadvantages too. Firstly, it can be noisy, and secondly, I will not have any privacy outside my apartment. For example, in a pool or gym.
D.
From the other side, living in a traditional house has some advantages too. For instance, I can have my own pool, gym and garden where I can relax, enjoy myself and be alone. Nonetheless, living in a house is usually more expensive and requires more time to maintain a house. For instance, I will most likely have to hire someone to trim grass and clean my pool, not to mention all household tasks inside the house. In brief, I think at this moment I would prefer to live in an apartment. It can help me save some money and allows me to spend more time studying, because I will not have to do many household tasks.